I am in fact wearing llama pajama pants because it's 9 p.m. Hello sunshine, it's Rachel. Da, da, na, 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 na. Yeah! So this is gonna be my first book review for the year. I'm planning on, well, listen, I made plans last time, so who knows what's gonna happen. I'm hoping to do 4 every 3 months. So here we are. The shirt I'm wearing is very appropriate. Camp Half-Blood. It's from Percy Jackson, and the first 4 books I read this year were the 2nd through 5th books of the Heroes of Olympus series. So that's fun. I really kind of like rolled through those real fast. I enjoyed the series as a whole. All of the books I thought were really good. I liked the adventures. I appreciated, you know, so in the first, in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, each event, like each book took place at least like, I'm gonna say 6 months apart from each other. So in the Heroes of Olympus story, you know, in the first book it takes place, I don't actually know when, it takes place earlier, and then months later, the second book takes place, and then the rest of them, it's all about, I think, 10 days maybe a little more. It's maybe like 2 weeks, but it's nice because so many things happen in all of their adventures that it's nice to have like focused in on each chunk of it. I do like, so in the Heroes of Olympus, they have each chapter is from a different character's perspective. And Percy Jackson and the Olympians is only from Percy Jackson's perspective. And I liked the fact that we got to see other people's perspectives throughout the whole series. However, I feel like, and I think I've seen other people talking about this, or at least one other person complaining about this, I feel like there were times where like we missed things that were important, or like because we always followed the action, like we didn't get as much, like when it was just Percy Jackson's perspective, you got all of his moments of people bonding, and like if he was confused about something, he was confused about something, but like you got all of the intricacies of the relationships, like friendships, relationships, all of it that he had, and the ones that he witnessed, and maybe, you know, his perception of certain people's like relationships was skewed. I don't really know, I didn't analyze it that much, but at least we like got all of it, whereas I feel as if with the shifting perspectives, I feel like we only really got to see a few dynamics, and then we really, all it was the action, which was fine. I didn't hate it. I just wish, because then like afterwards I feel like you're told that the 7 heroes of Olympus are like so close and so tight, but then it just doesn't, like you're told and you're not shown, and that's part of the problem. Overall, I loved the series. Nico is my favorite character, and in fact, Nico is the only reason I'm really planning on continuing into the Trials of Apollo, so you'll get to hear more about Rick Riordan later. But yeah, like I said, I liked it. I think I gave all of them at least a 4.5 stars out of 5. I switched my book tracking website. I used to use Goodreads, but I switched to a website called Storygraph that I've been using, and so now I can give like half stars and quarter stars, and I like that. But yeah, I gave all of them at least 4.5 stars, I believe, because I liked all of the books. Anyways, yeah, I love them. I could talk about those books for a while. I would recommend them, in all honesty. I think they're good. The next book I read this year, 2021, was Where the Red... No? Was it? It wasn't. Okay, the next book I read in 2021 was Ella Enchanted, which was one of my favorite books when I was in like elementary school. I'm pretty sure, I'm positive I gave it 5 stars. I love Ella Enchanted. I think it's such a good book. It's such a good book. So if you don't know, Ella Enchanted is basically like a retelling of Cinderella, where Ella is cursed to be obedient when she's born. So if anybody gives her a command, she has to do it. And then it's basically like yeah, I like it a lot. Sorry, just incoherent starts of sentences. Yeah, so she's cursed, and then it follows a lot of other things happen. I'm trying not to spoil things, but it follows similarly to Cinderella. But it's a really good story. I would recommend it. I think it's so good. I definitely gave it 5 stars. It's a children's book, but it's definitely still one of my favorites. In fact, I think it's one of the books that I keep over here, which these aren't necessarily all my favorites, but it is one of the ones I keep over here. Yeah, anyways, Ella Enchanted, 10 out of 10, a million out of a million. So the next book I read was then Where the Red Fern Grows, which is another book I read in elementary school. Actually, all of the books besides, so I've read 7 books this year so far. The first 4 were new to me, and were part of the Heroes of Olympus series, and then the next 3 were all rereads, but I haven't read them in a long time. So Where the Red Fern Grows, I read it, I think, in 3rd grade. And it's funny thinking back on it. So my mom had me do like a book club where I read different books with different family members. And my brother chose Where the Red Fern Grows, and we read it together. And I remember telling him I hated it. And then I looked back on it and I was like, maybe I hated it just because it made me cry at the end. And that thought kind of just stayed with me throughout my entire life, and I just assumed that I did like it, and I thought I didn't because it's the first book that made me cry, and so I reread it and I realized that no, I just didn't like it. I didn't hate it. It's about like a young boy who takes a dog, or not takes a dog. He like works really hard to get these 2 dogs, these 2 hunting dogs, but just like, I don't know if I care that much about the hunting, and then I don't know if I really like the main character that much, and it's an older book, but like the way that they talk about women in it is just not my favorite. So, but it wasn't bad. I don't remember how many stars I gave it. Probably 3. I don't very often go below that. Anyways, the last book I read so far this year is Matilda. I also really enjoy Matilda. I definitely read it when I was younger. I will say, reading it, I thought that she started being able to do magic much earlier in the book than she is, and I thought that the magic lasted longer. I will say, so I enjoyed the book a lot. I think I probably gave it like 4 stars, but I liked it. I will say I feel like as much as I like the book, I think I actually like the movie better. And I really like the musical of it too. So there you have it. Never thought I would say that I liked the movie better than a book, but here we are. I liked the movie of Matilda better than the book. But I still like the book a lot. I'd still definitely recommend it. So yeah, so I read 7 books so far. I am on track to read my 30 books this year. So fingers crossed that happens. So yeah, those are the books I've read. I hope you guys like this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, go ahead and subscribe. If you would like to be notified every time I post, go ahead and ring the notification bell. Links to my social media will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a great day. Peace, love, and buttercups. And that's all she wrote. Okay. I don't know why I made this decision to film at 9 p.m. when I have work tomorrow. But here we are, and it's too late, baby. It's too late. Bye!